Hey everybody, welcome back to Rust. So this is E1M8 and it's called Killswitch, and we have just as much of a map as we did before. Okay, so I did do something a little bit different this time. So there is a secret switch that will close after 30 seconds. So it does reveal a nice little secret, so we are going to go ahead and explore it. I didn't actually look into the secret, I just found the switch, that way it'd be a little bit easier to deal with. But pretty much the way that this works is you have these potions you got to pick up, and as you pick the potions up, kind of opens up more of this little area. So you can see over here, like, this section's expanded. It's another potion. Now this section's a little bit more open. And now the switch we want to shoot is it's down one of these later ones here. When you see this, you know you've gone too far. I want to say it's this one here, but we're already way past 30 seconds, so let's just go ahead and get her done. Speed through it and what have you. Okay. Oops. Get caught on all the walls because that's just how we roll around here. I think it's... nope. There we go. We did it, gang. So, when you shoot that, you then backtrack to the beginning of the map, and look what's open. And look what we have. Isn't that fancy? So I was told that there is more to the secret than it appears. So, yeah, I'm a little curious now. Because this is precisely as far as I've gotten. No further. So, there's also this. Yay! I'm not actually sure when this opens. I think this opens up when you go far enough into the little tunnel progression. I think you're meant to kind of backtrack and pick up the armor. So, there we go. This map also doesn't really have any significant backtracking due to its setup. I was warned about that. So, thank you, Arsenic. So we are going to go ahead and drop a save right here, and continue. This very ominous sight with all these cacos kind of facing away from us. Actually towards us. Alright, so, yep, from now on this is a complete unknown. But I do have a rocket launcher, which makes me feel a tiny bit better. We're just going to forget that happened for now. I'm just going to continue on the little circle here. But I think that is it. Yeah, and Arsenic did mention that to me that there was one secret you can get before you teleport. So don't take a teleporter before you find a secret, which I think the teleporter's up ahead. I can kind of see a red line. So I think that green armor was it. That's a lot of siege cows. Oh boy. Yeah, I think this area is basically just the beginning, and I think this is a point of no return right here. So, let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, obligatory rain. Nice. This is only... oh, hello. Oh! It only takes a little bit of running to get this one. Alright, cool. Well, there's two secrets. We're doing surprisingly well this time around. So, cyber invasion. That doesn't sound good. I've seen part of that. What do we got here? ETA 3 minutes. Oh, that can't be good. Killswitch. That's the name of the map. Oh. Ooh.
Minutes until cyber invasion.
Oh. There was a voice. So 3 minutes till cyber invasion. Perfect. That's a lot of... I love that. The poor... whatchamafudget. The cyber spider is getting crushed over there repeatedly. That's just... just kind of sad when you think about it. So, I guess we kind of have to just hurry through this, because we saw how many cyber almonds there were over there. It is interesting to see that the kill count is largely inflated due to the sheer number of hit scanners, although they are doing an annoying amount of damage to me, because it's kind of how they roll. And we only have green armor, so God, can you imagine if we didn't have any armor? That would have sucked. Yep, I would. Oh. Okay, I don't think I have a choice here. Oh. So wait, I didn't actually see. Did I get the rocket launcher when I jumped down here? Oh, that was BS. Okay, fine. Do this again. I'm assuming you probably have to poke those, or even if you didn't, I don't think that would stop the cyber invasion. That is so cool. I like that. This reminds me so much of like a modern style map. And that spider was just being a little relentless there. I think she's angry about something. I'm not really sure what. I don't know. It's not my fault. Blame arsenic. Whoa, that is interesting. Okay. Something's shooting at me from the... Actually, it's probably those guys up there. Okay. Let's try to take a little less damage this time. Although we're not doing a great job at that. Again, using the royal we when it's clearly not my fault. Alright, so down we go. So I'm just kind of wondering maybe if the... Okay, you do get the rocket launcher. Okay. Whoa! Oh my god, it keeps happening. Never underestimate how annoying a Kako can be. Kind of thinking rocket launcher for the shotgunners. That probably makes sense. Wow, that is so many dudes. Dude, stop that. I don't know if those walls are necessarily high enough to block the spider's line of sight. Oopsie. Yeah, I think with like these two groups, I could shoot maybe a couple rockets into them and clear them up a bit more. Well, thank you for changing my weapon. I appreciate that, Doom. I don't actually think there were enough guys over here to make that worth it, but that's okay. We get plenty more rockets where we're going, so it is all A-okay. Unfortunately, it's really hard to play keep away with these guys because there's not a whole lot of room to work with. There we go. And we still got the spider shooting at us, so that's always lovely. I think these are the ones from the beginning of the map. Definitely taking their sweet time getting in here, though. Bastards. Okay, got him. Oh, that pesky doom engine and its weird used behavior. Wait, so what did that... Stop. Okay. We're still ahead of the cyber invasion. I should have rushed for more rockets. I'm probably going to regret that. Regret my cowardice. Yeah, I'm definitely going to regret that. Let's see if I can drag them over this side. I wasn't expecting you guys to keep spilling out of there. Come on. Knock it off. Cut that shit out. Okay, Okay, seriously. Oh, you fuck nugget. Okay, that spider is doing an obscene amount of damage. Over here? Yeah. Yeah, that whole lack of armor thing is really starting to feel it now. Okay. Ow. I'm gonna die to the freaking shotgunners at this rate. Well, cyber invasion's begun. Yeah, I think it's game over. Just a hunch. Just a slight hunch. I'm going out on my own terms, bitches. All right, let's try that again.
3 minutes until cyber.
Okay, so 3:10. Let's speed this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. I think one of the things I really want to do is preserve my armor a little bit better throughout this whole experience. Possibly, I don't know. Might happen, might not, probably won't, but okay. At least these guys more or less take care of themselves. That definitely helps. Righto. Right toe. I don't know. Wonder if I should even really focus on the ones behind me. Okay. That actually worked really well. I'm shocked. Wonder if I really even have time to fight these guys. That's, I guess, my next possible concern. Definitely have to be a little faster on the uptick when it comes to these switches. I know in the next room I've got those barrels to help me out. Okay. Gotta play it a little dangerously. Kind of grab the switches while we go, I suppose. Have like a minute left. Yeah, this I wonder when the spider dies. Whoa, that was incredibly awkward. So do we actually get to stop the spider or the cyber invasion? Get out of here! Yeah, that's the problem with not killing everything. How did it do that much damage? Jeez. Cheats. I don't know. 10 seconds. Holy... Wow. Well, the blur sphere did precisely jack shit right there. I always love that. It's like you run past them at full speed with the blur sphere and somehow they managed to get 2 direct hits in a row. I mean, granted, I know I was a little close, but still.
3 minutes.
The lack of armor really doesn't help. Thanks for the safety catch, I appreciate that. I don't even know how I accidentally trigger that so many times. Oh, nope. I wish I had another rocket or two for those shotgunners over there, but it's okay. Nope. Kind of screwed up the buffered switch there. Yeah, this is just... You just get hammered with just hit scan projectiles. Yeah, probably shouldn't have spent time on those guys. Alright. timing on this is actually pretty tight. Of course, then again, these guys are actually taking a lot of time, so I think I could maybe optimize this a tiny bit like I did in the demon room. Get a little closer to the switches anyway. That's looking better-ish. And these guys, I just straight up didn't kill all of them. Which caused some minor issues, but it wasn't anything too crazy. I can take advantage of infighting by getting the spider to essentially completely distract them. But there's always going to be a group that I really can't do that with. Which is to say all of them but these two. Whoopsie. Yeah, I'm at that same point where I have about a minute to go. Well, less than a minute now. Oh, God, why? Okay. I can't get through these. That took so much health. My goodness. Okay, now the Barons are acting like walls with hit points. Perfect. Holy crap. Okay. I think I did it. Jeez. Wonder who's... I mean, Cyber Demons are obviously dead, but, wow. That was exciting. And I mean, if you're going at kind of a... I don't want to say that was a relaxed pace, but... you basically make it just right on the nick of time. Right there. And there's also a secret in this room over here that I missed, which probably would have made my life easier. But I didn't get it, so, oops. Ah, it's a Zerk. Okay. Well, hey, there we go. We got all the kills, and all the secrets, and all the items, even. Excuse me. Amazing! I was getting all choked up, you hear that? Anyway. It's kind of funny, though, because that last run almost killed me, because, I think I kind of, it didn't really register very quickly that it was doing like 20 damage, or that those were 20 damage floors. Yeah. Alright, well. There do be a force field. Ah, explosions. Well, that's definitely a way of enhancing the Icon of Sin explosion effect, is just by making it infinite. Just watch it sink into the ground. So I'm very curious about the remark about the secret, or more to the secret than it seems. I don't know if there's maybe something at the end of the map that unlocks, which is right there. I don't know, is that actually... that is actually the exit. It's still going, still exploding. And... you know, I'm sure that's good for the environment. Let's just leave. Now, I do have that secret, or that save, so I can go back to a previous point. Bonk. Because, yeah, that is definitely the level exit. But we're going to go ahead and just go through the final text and, yeah, see what that says. Ooh, fancy. The Infernal machine is destroyed, sunk deep below the surface. Cyber and Spider Demon production is halted indefinitely. With the fall of the Mastermind, the demons will no longer have the aid of technology. However, the demons have something much more sinister planned. You could feel it in your veins. Complicating things further, a dark presence seems to have watched your every move. Are they friend or are they foe? Time will tell in Rust Episode 2. It's a fancy loading bar. And this is the little help the little help thing. Codex. Atop resides a 7th floor. A shot in the dark brings order. Among the outskirts, figures you'll find. 0 lost. In the demonstration shrine. Blech. So let's see. We've got, we've definitely got the number 7. Shot in the dark brings order. And we have the numbers on the map too. So we got a lot to unpack here. So first of all though, we're gonna go back to E1M8 and kind of look into that secret a little more. Right here. I mean, I tried pressing on all the walls, but oh hey, 9-inch nail secret. Sweet. Oh, jeez. Oh, that would have made things easier. Yeah, you know what it is? That's flickering faster than these ones are. Ah, man. You know, remember when, remember when id had cool secrets like these before they were, owned by something corporate overlords? Yeah. I mean, granted, it technically is like trademark infringement or something, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and see what this does to those, what teeth does to fancy, well, okay, how about this? We'll just stick with the references. Let's see how we do with teeth. Anyway, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry whatsoever. So, there we go. I wonder if you have to press those side panels to proceed. Nope, you just kind of trust that the game will do the thing.
3 minutes until cyber invasion.
No. Okay, go for the real group. So that's pretty satisfying. So the thing I'm kind of wondering now is the little help screen, which, yeah, oh, no, that's not the F1 one. It's the read this one. So I'm kind of wondering if that indicates the order that you have to put the numbers in. I'm going to go ahead and just start up the Codex. And, well, after this. Mostly because this is really satisfying. I just love the sound of this thing, too. It's just like, I don't know. It's a good video game sound. We'll put it that way. Okay. Probably wouldn't make this fight any easier, because I don't think you'd really have enough perforator ammo for these guys. It does take quite a few, oh, jeez. Okay. Well, anyway, whatever. So, first what we're going to do, I'm just going to go to the first level because I know there's a number here, but I am going to bring up the Codex app. Actually, I should probably close this because I think it has music. Whoa! Boy howdy does it. Rust. Alright, so, how many digits? 5 digits. Okay. Well, let's go back into the game, shall we? Let's see. Go ahead and start this bad boy. Ah, man, it's like we never left. So let's see. We're going to make a few notes here. I know there's one on this map. I'm for sure. Yeah, there we go. So here I am just looking for a pen and paper. Why would I have that on my desk anyway? So we'll just use Notepad. So E1M1 6. This is level 2. Do we have a number here? Okay. E1M2 4. It's level 3. 7. Also notice the position is different on, well, on this one anyway. I don't know if that has a meaning or if that's meaningful at all or what's going on, but alright, so we got E1M4 is 2. Figure might as well just gather the data, then we'll figure out what to do with it. Make sense? Kinda. So E1M5 is 1. 6. Which I think this is the first map where I saw a number. Oh, you know what? Might as well show off how to get to the blue armor secret on this one. E1M6 is 9. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Just give ourselves some fun goodies. 2, 3. 3 shots for a Baron. That is so nice. But yeah, this is the one that I couldn't figure out in the actual playthrough. Ooh, 2 if you're lucky. I like it. Alright, there we go. Ooh, I'm a cyber demon. But anyway, you go through this section here. Wait an hour for the lift to go up. I'm just exaggerating, don't mind me. You know, can you imagine if I played continuously? And I was able to do the entire, well, almost the entire thing with teeth. So, yeah, with this one, I guess the whole way to grab that armor, there's the switch right there. Yep. There we go. There we go. So one thing I would not have thought to do because for some reason I didn't want to get too close to this window here. Just weird concept, I know. But anyway, moving on. No, wait. 1-7. Keep accidentally turning follow mode back on. Alright, so E1M7 is 8. Oop. 1-8. There we go. No! What am I doing? I don't know how to play this game. E1M8 is 3. Now, do we have one for E1M9? Or sorry, E1MX? Excuse me, guys. I'm busy. God, you guys are... Okay, that's 5. And if we go back in here and look at the read this... but we kind of got the... we've got 4 right here. So top the 7th floor. So I'm thinking that's map 7. Which would be, sorry, 8. A shot in the dark brings order. A shot in the dark brings order. So I'm kind of wondering if... Top resides the 7th floor. A shot in the dark brings order. So I wonder if that has something to do with maybe the map names. Engage. Venom. Actually, let's do... Venom. Oops. Containment. Never know if these will come in handy, so I like to try to get as much... Why is tab not working? Oh, right. There we go. Haven't had a key stuck issue in a while. Siege. Now he did send me Malignant, not Malignment. I can't spell it, but, you know, that's a different story. Aner. Or mainframe. And this one was Killswitch. And then teeth. Yeah. Oh wait. Let's go to a quiet map. There we go. So shot. Balls. 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 There we go. Shot in the dark brings order. So it is worth noting that I do have a text file with hints. I'm only going to look at it if I need to. But, you know. We'll see. See, that's the thing. Like, a shot in the dark brings order, so we don't really have any maps that are directly related to that. Well, Malignant. Okay. Had to double check if I was spelling that right. There are any other little hints here? Just looking through. I mean, you've got the Codex text there. Among the outskirts, figures you'll find. Oh, geez, I've found plenty of those guys. 0 lost in the demon Stration Trine. I mean, Trine is 3. So, I'm kind of leaning towards that maybe being E1M3. Or its number, I should say. A shot in the dark brings order. Among the outskirts, figures you'll find. 0 lost in the demonstration Trine. See, that's the other thing that's kind of getting me too. It's like that. I think I'm reading into this wrong because there's 4 hints and 5 digits. So, yeah. That is one thing that is worth noting, perhaps, is that the maps, like the map numbers, are unique. So it's like there's no repeats here. It's like E1M5 is 1, E1M4 is 2, etc. There's, yeah. Maybe I'll just call this E1M8. There we go. Fancy. You could actually see, like, the red eyes and such. Well, okay, maybe on the right side. The top resides the 7th floor. Shot in the dark brings order. I'm trying to think of where that happens now. We've got, like, E1M7. Which... Shot in the dark brings order. I mean... I'm trying to think of where that would even apply. Shot in the dark brings order. Yeah, well... well, you know what? We've already done this once. TNT, awesome. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Because it's saying 7th floor. I just want to see if there's any just subtle hints that I might have missed out on. Oh, right. This uses the... Jeez. That slightly confusing thing. Alright. Don't really have any... Hey, why not? Because I remember seeing these tunnels, like, in the actual... what do you want to call it? I remember seeing them in the, on the auto map when we were playing through this map originally. And I don't recall seeing anything particularly special about them. I mean, there was stuff like this, you know. Why not? This is still a really cool gimmick with the skull keys and such. Well, but I wanted to make it up faster. Yeah, I don't really think I'm on the right path here. System 63%. Also, this, I did see an explanation for this, because I thought there was some weird triggering stuff going on, but no. Half of it raises it, half of it lowers it. So, just so you know, left side raises it. Easy peasy. That's literally all there is to it. I just didn't get it at the time. That's okay. also kind of wondering, I haven't checked this yet. I'm sort of wondering if there's anything else. Hello there. If there's anything else to the that one secret. Also, did get confirmation that the switch that was over here that I was looking at during the playthrough of this, yeah, that was from the original map. It just yeah, the only reason that even became a confusing thing is because I cheated to get to it. So yeah, it doesn't actually do anything in this version, but it does in, I believe it's Purple Rain. Is that one? No, it's this one. This is a lovely little walkthrough, you know. It's beautiful. But yeah, over here, you can press on this side of the wall, and the stairs will still come up. So that area never becomes inaccessible. It's not the most intuitive thing, but... Ooh, 15%. Yeah, I don't think there's really any hints here, but it is pretty quick running through this. In this weird E1M4 style entrance. Complete with the, with that thing, which took me a while to get through. The intentional hollow mirrors. Love it. Okay. And away we go. Wait. Why can't I open that? Or can I only do that later? Oh, wait. Oh, damn it, game. Come on. There we go. And there was that. Beautiful. Yeah, it's such a cool little thing here. Yeah, that dude's not really telling me anything. The other possibility is there's something I missed on E1M8, which I didn't really look too deeply into that, so it's possible. It's a lot easier. I still love the computer area map when, yeah, this is like all you could see. There's nothing. System error. And the Aner, going right to it. God. It's so weird to see like large expansive areas in Doom maps that are actually used well. I mean, realistically, this could be the shot in the dark too. So, yeah. It go boom. We have successfully terminated the simulation. And now we're back home. Having taken our VR glasses off. Sweet. Alright, yeah. I don't think we really gleaned anything from that. Just saying. So, what do we got? Killswitch? So I wonder how this actually... how this actually works, you know? Because we've shut down the simulation. And now... yeah, I think that's it. I think it's just the 9 Inch Nails logo, and you get teeth. Not really seeing anything else in this map that we haven't already covered. There's the 3. Good stuff. This was a really fun map, though. And then that is probably just the... yeah, that's the ending sequence there. Oops. So that's one thing I was kind of curious about, too. Let me, are there any, like, Miko portals being used here? I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of triggers right there. I think there might be. Hold up, let me... because I seem to remember just, running into a situation where I... up here. I mean, I could just look at this in a map editor, but, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure... Pretty sure this uses Miko portals. Miko portals, however you say it. And why else would there be... boom boom barrels? Hold on. Which, I mean, realistically, it's not, I mean, you know, this is, like, for classic Doom, so feasibly it could be, or it could make use of stuff like that. It's not like 1.9 introduced support for that. Actually, just, I guess go ahead and take a look at the, item count as I go through this. Oops, right there. Yeah, now I just have to know.
3 minutes until cyber invasion.
Look, I just like this stuff, okay? So I'm just gonna make a point of not picking up any items, and then I guess let's go ahead and see. Stop that. I was wondering how I got so many rockets, but then I remembered I'm technically playing continuously. Shocker, I know. But I seem to remember taking a tiny bit of damage when I was going through one of these parts. I want to say it was the one with the 4 switches, with the pinkies and all that good stuff. Wait a minute. You see the, oh, you know what? I might have gotten an item down there. I'm not really sure. Let's go ahead and, real quick... Okay, stop that. Let's take a look at these, closets down here. I mean, eventually, you know. Today, these advance, does not look like it. Alright, so 6 out of 26. Yeah, like, I think I noticed it in here. It could also be one of those things where the end sequence just gets triggered when you go up the final staircase. Maybe that's one of the reasons you get the invuln. Or there's something else I'm missing. I don't know. It could happen. Because that's the thing, is I'm not really sure if the damage that I took was just due to hit scan or that, but it does look like there's some... Maybe those aren't Miko portals. Maybe it's just a barrel pushing a player. Actually, that's probably what it is. So that... Yeah, you know, that might be it. I think I get it. I think I get it. I get it now. Okay, the way that works, that's how the cyber demons die instantly. What happens is you grab the invuln, you hit the switch, it crushes the barrels, throws the player clones over the line, and then they telefrag the cyber demons. Okay, that's a lot simpler than I was expecting. Alright, cool. Wait, what? Wonder why that didn't activate. Okay. It's a little strange, but, is it maybe because the... Oh, it's probably because the spider didn't die yet. Yeah, that's probably it. It's probably a tag 666. Because that's one of the little features. Could be those guys, too. Because all the boss monsters would have to actually die for that to be triggered in this comp level. Unless I didn't set the comp level right. I don't know. I didn't use my normal batch file. So, yeah, I think that's actually what it is. But, okay. Let me think again real quick. So, atop resides a 7th floor. A shot in the dark brings order. Among the outskirts, figures you'll find 0 lost in the demonstration shrine. I mean, I'm getting like 3 numbers from it. You got 7th, 0, and shrine. Shrine could be 3. But aside from that, I'm not really sure. I'm trying to... Top resides the 7th floor. Shot in the dark brings order. Among the outskirts figures you'll find 0 lost in the demonstration shrine. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and consult the text file, because we've been on at this video for a while. Granted, it hasn't been all solving the puzzle, but, you know. Did I actually... Huh. Could have sworn I downloaded it. Well, either way. Okay, so these are hints one at a time. Maybe this will give me a just kind of give me an idea as to what to look for. So what he did was he gave me a Google Drive link with 4 text files, and it covers each of these lines. So maybe this will give me a better idea of kind of what he was going for. So okay, so yeah, somewhere on E1M8. Alright, well... Whoops. Well, first of all, let me just make sure I'm launching with the right comp level, because that would help. Yep, I'm not, so that explains why that didn't work. So we're gonna go ahead and just sort of... Oh, right. It does say... Atop resides the 7th floor. So, so is there something on here that, hold on. Just thought of something that looks so meaningless at first. So, oh, no, not up here. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? It's, I think down here. Just running along, you know, out of bounds, as you do. Where is the ending part of this? It's gotta be close. Oh, right there. Do. Mana. Okay. 7th floor. Okay. I'm glad I... Alright, so... This is my room. It's all fancy and stuff. So does that just indicate that there's... Did I use the number for this? Or is there some other hint? We've got the super secret there, but... And I think this is just a teleporter that lets you go back. Yeah. Also got this. Oh! Alright. 46190. So what about the other hints then? Well, a shot in the dark brings order. Okay. Among the outskirts, figures you'll find... I mean, I guess technically that means that... Okay, so that's the first 2 hints, basically. Okay, so yeah, it literally... It wasn't exactly the numbers on the map, although... I wonder where those come into play. But anyway, 46190. Wow. Okay. Just keep that in... 46190. Oh boy. Alright. That is the order. Oh, the order, not the passcode. So does 0 mean X? I do like that little thing though. So 2, 9, 6. Wait, 5. 0. Okay, I'm starting to get what you're selling me here. So let's go back. 0 lost in the demonstration shrine. So E1M 3. 0 lost though. In the demonstration shrine. So, I mean, that's my assumption anyway. I'm mostly just doing the whole, like, no, not that one. There we go, that one. But yeah, mostly just basing it on just 3, try, that sort of thing. Doesn't necessarily mean it's correct. Shot in the dark brings order. So yeah, the order. Okay. Yeah, that was the... Somehow I missed that part of it. Among the outskirts figures you'll find, which I'm assuming those are the red-eyed dudes. 0 lost in the demonstration shrine. Let me just make sure I'm not being completely stupid here. Okay, so Trine is... Alright, so I was misreading that. So... I mean, kinda. I'm kinda right. It does deal with thirds, but an aspect of 120 degrees... 1/3 of a circle. Or a planet could be in trine with another planet or position. So... in trine aspect with... So I'm thinking maybe that's 0 lost in the demonstration shrine. So 120 degrees. I mean, it would basically 120 degrees. 120 degree arc would be. No. Let's see. 0 lost in the demonstration. STRATION. I just looked that up just in case, and I'm just getting a whole bunch of Windows worms. Yeah, it's literally just a family of computer worms that can affect Windows. Stration. So I'm just kind of looking through this just real quick. But I haven't actually heard of that one. But I mean, I wouldn't think there would be 2 things on the... Wait. That just seems... It's just an odd sentence. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think. 'Cause this is... I know this is making for a very compelling... compelling experience here. But, Only outskirts figures. Outskirts figures. I mean, it could be... Were there any of those dudes in the... What about ones outside? I mean, there was the one on E1M8 that was close to the outside. There was... Wait. Hold up. There was one map where one of them... I think it was the first one I saw. Actually, it was in this one, I think. Oh dear. Ah! Okay, let me just give myself God mode real quick. I'm pretty sure one of the first ones of those... Oh, okay. The first one I've seen, I think, might have been outside. I don't remember which map it was, though. Oh, I did O2. I'm too used to Doom 2, I think. Oops. There we go. Oh, man. Remember when we were back here? Those are the days. I'll just give myself the map code as well. I figure that might make things easier. Yeah, not there. That really wasn't... Maybe 1-4? No, this definitely didn't really have an outdoor area. Oh. Maybe it was 1-9, actually. I'm just trying to think of when I first saw those guys. And I'm not really... Well, there's that. Holy crap, that's... I don't remember seeing this. Is this a timed thing? That's a lot of them. Can you even go in here? You can. I mean, you can't go out here, but... Okay, that's the whole point of it. I get it. I understand now. Classic case of overthinking. Anyway. I'm trying to... Because I can almost visualize what I was seeing. Almost. I don't know. No, it wasn't here. I thought I was... I could just remember myself, and this might be just one of those false memories that you have once in a while. Being kind of in like an outdoor sort of area. Let's just misreading this. Lost in the... Demonstration Shrine. Castration, it doesn't make sense, being what it is. Among the outskirts, figures you'll find. Zero lot. I almost want to say that those last two hints go together the same way that the first two do. So top resides the 7th floor, you go to floor 7 in the mainframe map. A shot in the dark brings order. You shoot the wall that's in the dark. Among the outskirts figures you'll find, zero lost in the demonstration. Demonstration? Is that it? I mean, that actually fits perfectly. How would that even mean? Okay, checking the document. Okay, hint 1 says that I got the pun correctly. Demo 3, what the fuck? Okay. God, I was so close to that one. Anyway, can you just end the game in DSDA, or do I have to restart? I think they removed the end game feature. That's kind of funny. Alright, I'm just going to restart the game, and we'll watch the demos together. God, I was so close with that. It was mostly because of a misreading. Well, that plus the whole thing not making any sense. So if it's on demo 3, obviously this is demo 1. Wow. Phenomenal. Whoops. God, did I record that demo? Oh man, and just to put it in your face. Well, at least I was right about trying being, like, meaning 3. Oy. Alright, so we got demo 2 here. I guess realistically I could probably raise the game speed slightly. Okay. And just almost seems like in, you know, just the typical Doom demo tradition, character dies at the end. Fancy. Alright, so let's pay attention to this one and rust. And see what we got. Wait, what is this? What the fuck? Sands of Time? What the hell? What in the world? Well, what is that? Well, I guess that'd probably be a plasma or BFG. No, that wouldn't be it. Super shotgun. Oh, that, right. That makes sense. Super shotgun replacement, maybe? 6. Okay. Wow. Okay. That was clever. So what? Well, 6. Of course, I don't know if it means the map or the... It might be 9. 6 or 9. Nice. So... Whoa. There's got to be another map in here. E3M6... Okay, well, I gotta check it out myself, obviously. Alright, well... We're at the map. I just gotta see if there's anything else to explore here. So what is that? And let's see. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's clever, actually. So I never actually tried using, like, the super shotgun. Oh, and it just has the, oh, if you fire it, it kind of goes away. Well, it doesn't matter. It still does the effect, so, Doom Guy's just having a bit of a moment, that's all. So it just uses the flash effect to lighten up the... That's really clever. But yeah, it turns out with Doom 1, if you use the super shotgun... Okay, so yeah, this is just literally meant to be a demo map, I guess. Because I think that's where... Yeah, that's where everything ended. But yeah, turns out if you give the player the super shotgun, it'll switch them to it. But, you can't switch back to it. It's interesting. So the areas that aren't in shadow are actually hurt floor. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody use a flashlight like this. This is pretty awesome, actually. Okay, and that's all just for... Basically, okay. Okay, and that was just a clever... Okay, see, this is just literally meant to be a demo map. So, 2965, and it's either going to be a 6 or a 9. Wow, okay. Oops. Oh, jeez. 2965. 2965. There we go. So we have the Codex. version 0.666. There actually are some fancy little options here too. You can change the colors. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Yeah. So anyway, database. Oh man, I actually got lore. The Union Aerospace Corporation is an organization at the forefront of technical research and innovation, engineering everything from space travel to teleportation. The UAC has always been the spearhead of human ingenuity. At the start of the 22nd century, it was the UAC that helped humanity expand to other planets after the Great Collapse. See Great Collapse for more info. It has been speculated as to why the UAC has such few competitors. Some have gone as far as to say that the competition has been stomped out by the corporate giant, either from lobbying or potentially through some other less than legal methods. The fact of the matter is that currently the UAC is the only corporation that has the resources and power to guide humanity towards the future. Nearing the end of the 21st century, Earth and its resources had nearly been fully exhausted. As a result, climates had become so extreme that by 2094, it was no longer viable for humans to walk in the exposed atmosphere. However, the corporate giant UAC had recently been making breakthroughs regarding space travel around late 2089. To avoid the end of humanity, the UAC began putting all their efforts into finding another habitable planet. It was near the end of 2096 that two potential candidates were found. These were planets Kepler 69c and Gliese, I'm probably butchering that, 581c. After both planets were scouted out, it was determined that Kepler 69c was chosen to be Earth 2, also known as Super Earth. Whoa! In 2097, humanity slowly started evacuating via starships heading towards Earth 2. However, January 15th, 2099 marked the Great Collapse. While 1/16 of humanity was yet to be evacuated, a giant earthquake shook the Earth and its entire surface started to collapse into itself. The extreme climates had weakened Earth so much that the surface could not withstand the force. A memorial was erected on Earth 2 to honor the victims of those who fell during the Great Collapse. Teleports. In 2082, the UAC had begun doing experiments with teleportation, the idea to take matter into one location and transfer it instantaneously to another. Obviously, the idea is simple, but actually achieving it is another matter entirely. It was not until altered dimensions were discovered that a breakthrough was achieved. It was found that slipping into another dimension allowed things to come back through to our dimension in another place. Oh my god, it's like the Nether. Oh, this is a lot of pages, wow. By the way, this is just going to be reading the Codex for the entire rest of the video, so if you're not interested in that, thanks for watching. See you later. Alright, anyway. On to page 2. This was observed by the UAC after their research on demons and how they could enter our dimension from their own hell dimension. See demonic entities for more info. However, two problems presented themselves. 1. Another dimension was needed to complete the transportation process. And 2. In order for transportation to be useful, the destination needed to be determined and set beforehand. Depending on how close their wavelengths are to ours, a dimension could be more or less compatible with our own. It was found that a certain dimension codenamed Stargate 34H had extremely similar wavelengths to our own. The teleport destination was determined by beep, 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 beep. At first, inanimate objects were sent through the teleport process. It took almost 8 years to fully perfect the destination, but at that point, objects could be instantly teleported from one location to another, regardless of the physical space between the two locations. UAC researcher Alvaro Cortez decided it was time to try transporting living things. Rats were first considered, but Cortez had another idea. Cortez wanted to use a living thing that was well-trained and would listen to commands. Cortez decided to teleport his dog, Poco. While the other researchers were originally against this, they originally backed down after Alvaro would not stop pushing the idea. On October 7th, 2095, Poco was sent into the teleporter. However, strangely enough, Poco did not arrive at the destination point. 3 minutes passed and something finally came through on the destination end. It was Poco, unharmed and perfectly healthy. But the question remained, how come a living thing took longer to teleport? It was at this point that the researchers began working hard once again. Poco was teleported 4 more times, and with adjustments, he came through the portal quicker and quicker. However, it was noted that Poco seemed to come back slightly more perturbed and quiet each time. Poor doggo. The 5th time Poco was transported, was during a scientific convention where the UAC was showcasing their teleportation technology. However, this time, when Poco came out of the destination, he immediately started jumping on and attacking those in the crowd. 6 people were killed that day, and Poco had to be put down. Alvaro was distraught after the incident, but he was still determined to figure out why Poco went feral. And so, defying UAC Protocol 187D, Alvaro decided to teleport himself. Researcher Lindsay Adley was working overtime that day when she saw him come out of the portal, shouting incoherent nonsense. Alvaro was then placed into a holding room until he could finally calm down. He then wrote down what he saw in his journal, see Hell Dimension for more info. For weeks he stayed in the holding room, refusing to leave, constantly muttering to himself. At the end of the 2nd week, Alvaro was found dead with his eyes beep, 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 and hanging from his own beep, with symbols written in blood all over the walls of the holding room. Final notes. It was determined that dimensions Stargate, 34H, and Hell Dimension are the same, and when living things pass through the Hell Dimension, their sanity seems to slowly deteriorate or get possessed by another power that results in insanity, death, or demonic possession, sometimes even transforming into demons themselves. We think that this is what happened to Poco, but at a much slower pace, as his intellect is far less than humans, meaning the possession had less of an impact on those it could not persuade. Or, perhaps the possessor felt that it had no need for a lower-tier creature. Hell Dimension. The Hell Dimension is an alternate dimension with a similar wavelength to our own dimension. The UAC first discovered the dimension as Stargate 34H, but did not realize it was the same dimension they used to further research on their teleport experiments. See teleports for more info. It seems that dating back to the beginning of time, the entities of the Hell Dimension, which we call demons, have periodically entered our dimension. See demonic entities for more info. Every year, people, pets, and children suddenly disappear without a trace. During an investigation, the UAC found that certain demons were able to open a small portal and drag someone into their dimension. It is unclear exactly what their true motive is, but it does seem like some lucky, or unlucky, souls were able to escape their grasp and spread the idea of hell to the world, via writing or other forms. Most of what we do know about the Hell Dimension is from second-hand accounts from those who may have stumbled upon it and somehow made their way back into our own dimension. It would actually be more appropriate to say that the classic interpretations of hell from earlier writings, such as the Bible or Dante's Inferno, were the author's experiences from mistakenly stepping into the dimension. Specifically, Revelations from the Bible paints an interesting picture of what John saw during his brief visitation there. Some of the descriptions of beings with multiple eyes and appendages align with a diary written by UAC researcher Alvaro Cortez right before his expiration. Alvaro Cortez' diary excerpt: all I could see was red. The sky, the rocks, even the rocks that weren't red were painted in blood. I could still see them in my head. Creatures inhuman, some with a vague human shape, others with many eyes, floating as if in a void. Titans towering over as they crushed millions under their feet. Still, as I could feel my body torn between dimensions, all I could do was just stare as they all stared at me. I could feel their anger, their hatred, staring daggers into me, tearing me limb from limb. We are nothing. Nothing but sacrificial lambs, waiting to be slaughtered. Since Alvaro's expiration, demons have started entering our dimension in droves. It is unclear whether they had learned something during Alvaro's visitation, or if a certain seal had been broken. Previously, demons could only create small portals to snatch up 1 or 2 people to take back to the Hell Dimension, but something seems to have changed as now they've begun an invasion of sorts. As a countermeasure, the UAC has asked the military to step in to take on the invasion. Well, when you think about it, Poco was sent in 5 times, and Alvaro would have been the 6th. 6! The seal has been broken. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Demonic entities. Demons are the entities that inhabit the Hell Dimension. From our encounters with them, they are vicious, monstrous beings that only live to kill and feast on human flesh. It is unclear why they seem to desire only human flesh, as it seems that during the teleport experiments, they let a dog go through the portal multiple times without being harmed. See teleports for more info. Ever since Alvera's expiration, due to the rising demons entering our dimension, the UAC has been able to monitor them much more closely than before. It seems that there is a sort of demonic hierarchy similar to something of the ancient chivalry days. This seems to be tied to how powerful the demon is that determines its class. What's most interesting about these demons is that they have no problem tearing each other apart when subject to friendly fire. This seems to align with what Alvaro wrote in his diary about their hunger, their hatred. See Hell Dimension for more info. It would be remiss not to mention demonic possession and how it affects the human body. It is unclear how possession is initiated, but in overrun human facilities, unwell humans have been found bleeding from their eyes and mouth with an intense urge to kill. Like other demons, all attempts to reason with these former humans have been unsuccessful. If we consider the mind and soul as what makes us human, then these possessed we will consider demons as well. See Possessed for more info. The Firearms Act of 2056. In the year 2056, the Firearms Act was passed that forbade ordinary citizens and corporation employees from owning or carrying any weapon under the extreme firearms list. The idea was that unnecessary violence and injury could be mitigated if access to extreme firearms was limited to only the military. Note that not all weapons were banned outright, as small firearms such as pistols were exempt from the act. Due to the dangerous nature of the experiments, the UAC was able to strike a deal with the government. They were allowed to supply their employees with ancient or traditional weaponry in case of an outbreak and the need to contain the situation. As a result, even though military weapons were in regular use in the military, the UAC only had access to shotguns, rifles, and the like. Just before the takeover of Omega, the UAC had begun adding biometric scanners onto weapons to prevent another incident like the Shatterhead Massacre. However, just as the invasion began, the UAC had only gotten as far as implementing those on standard-issue rifles. As these rifles are DNA encoded, they are essentially paperweights, but you should be able to scavenge some of their bullets. Unfortunately, to get close to the Infernal machine without being detected, you must use a long-range teleporter prototype. This means you cannot take any firearms with you. As a reminder, last time a military personnel used this long-range teleporter with a weapon, the gunpowder inside exploded while teleporting, and what came out on the other side was not a pretty sight. The Infernal Machine. 6 months ago, one of the largest UAC outposts, Omega, was invaded by the demonic horde. Due to its remote location on Earth 2, it was decided that it was too late for the UAC to reclaim the outpost. Usually that would be the end of the story, as is often the case with demonic invasions. Once the demons wipe out a station, they move on to the next, looking for humans to devour. However, Outpost Omega seems to have been a different case. 4 months after the Omega takeover, the UAC noticed some strange activity happening at the base. The outpost seemed to be extending outward with technological wires spreading out like veins onto the soil. Not only that, but the station's power seems to have been restored. Most curious, however, was that the base seemed to be spewing out some sort of liquid like a sprayer all around the base. This sort of rain seemed to have an acidic quality to it, as all plants and animals in a 40-kilometer radius were wiped out. See acidic rain for more info. While this caught the interest of the UAC, it was determined to not be a cause of immediate concern. That was until the last month, when the new demonic hybrids could be seen exiting the facility. It seems the fallen outpost, now codenamed Infernal Machine, had become a factory for creating tech-infused demons. The UAC have been absolutely baffled at this development, for the only demons that had been recorded had been low-intellect monsters. But for an outpost to be converted into a demonic factory, it means it must have been orchestrated by some demonic mastermind. Acidic rain. Note that UAC scientists haven't been able to get close enough to the rain to take and test an actual sample, and so these findings are mostly based on observations and predictions via footage from our satellites. 2 months ago, the Infernal Machine started spraying some kind of acidic rain substance all around the facility. See Infernal Machine for more info. We call it acidic because it seems to dissolve anything organic within a 40-kilometer radius. Interestingly enough, when the cyber-infused demons exited the facility, their tissue was not affected. From our satellites, we've also observed that the other lower-tier demons also seem immune to this acidic rain. Our conclusion is that the acidic rain seems to be made with a scientific composition that doesn't affect demonic flesh. This further supports our theory that a demon mastermind resides in this facility, as only a being with high intellect would be able to synthesize such a formula. It's worth noting that the rain only seems to be acidic to anything organic, and so any other non-organic material seems to be immune. Therefore, any military unit sent to the outpost is instructed to be equipped head to toe with heavy armor and a helmet for protection. Dark Teeth Archive Logs. Not much is known about the artifact codenamed Dark Teeth, although we do speculate that it is related to the beings codenamed Dark Entities. All we can provide you is a log detailing the artifact. Log number 1, 30th of March, 2113, Lindsay Adley. A military officer, name Mac Hutchinson, got assigned to me today. Let's see if he lasts longer than the last military detail they sent me. I really don't like the way he looks at me. Just watching his eyes look me up and down gives me the shivers. End log. Log number 2, 5th of April, 2113, Lindsay Adley. Well, something interesting happened today. While on his break, that perv Hutchinson discovered a strange artifact in the underground caverns. And instead of following UAC protocol, he goes up and touches the thing. The Dark Teeth artifact then bit into his arm, his words, not mine, and he came back running to me to see if I can help get the mysterious artifact off his arm. What was I supposed to do? He just found an artifact unknown to this world and he wants help removing it. Well, it doesn't really matter anymore because now I have another dead military detail on my hands. End log. Log 3, 14th of April, 2113, Lindsay Adley. It seems that a few hours after Hutchinson's death, the artifact did, in fact, slip off his right arm. Interestingly enough, bit would only be a semi-correct term to use, as I think spiked would be more accurate. There are deep incisions into his right arm, like 1 to 2 inch diameter poles had been thrust into his arm. Interestingly enough, it seems that when the artifact had been connected, it had been attached directly to Hutchinson's nervous system, possibly feeding on him like a parasite. I haven't really had that much time to study the artifact, but I did run a couple x-rays, without direct contact, of course, and it seems to be made of a material I've never seen before. It's very malleable, while also being extremely sharp. It's obviously alive, but also comes off inanimate at times. Picking up the object using tools, such as tongs, seems to be the way to avoid contact. I'll keep looking into this to see if I can find out more. Log 4, 25th of April, 2113. Lindsay Adley. Beep! I accidentally touched the artifact with my hand and now it's fused to my arm. It beep hurts. Strangely enough, I'm not dead. It's been attached to my arm for 8 hours now, and while it hurts like a mother, I don't feel any signs of fatigue or loss of blood. It's extremely annoying having this sort of bulky, spiky glove on my arm, but it seems there's nothing I can currently do but wait. End log. 26th of April, 2113, Lindsay Adley. Well, it's been a day and I'm still alive. I'm not sure why I killed Hutchinson, but it seems more like it's determined I'm a more suitable host. Interestingly, I don't feel any pain anymore. It's almost like the artifact is a part of me now. In fact, I accidentally hit the artifact on the wall entering the lab today and felt pain from it, like it was my very own arm. Touching the artifact with my other hand and applying contact with other parts of my skin does nothing to it. I even tried bringing the artifact in contact with other organisms, yet nothing. I'm not sure why it decides to only attach to one part of my body. Is it because it's already a part of me that has no need to react to other organic material anymore? End log. Log 6, 29th of April, 2113, Lindsay Adley. So I was writing on my clipboard today and accidentally dropped my pen. Reaching out to grab it with my right hand, forgetting there was an artifact on it, led to something extraordinary. The artifact seemed to consume the pen. That's when I started trying to insert other objects into the artifact. After testing a bunch of different items, it seems to only accept small enough items into it, around the size of a pen or bullet. Stuff like a spoon or shotgun shell, it rejects. It also only accepts objects that are of a metal composition. I also found that after I had placed around 20-ish small objects in it, it would no longer consume any objects. I'll do some more experiments tomorrow. End log. Log number 7, 30th of April, 2113. Lindsay Adley. So most of the day I couldn't get the artifact to do anything. Ever since I put those those objects in, it's like it's been loaded with a full magazine. That was until I finally ended up somehow shooting it. I'm not really sure how to explain this, but somehow I just aimed the artifact at the wall, and all the objects that I put in it shot out at once with incredible force. After that, I was able to put more objects in it as well. I'm not sure what purpose this artifact holds, but it seems like it could be a valuable weapon for the UAC. I'll send a message to my supervisor tomorrow. End log. Log number 8, 4th of May, 2113. Lester Acres. Artifact removal process failed. When forcible removal of the artifact was made, the subject screamed bloody murder as if we were tearing off their own arm. The next few minutes or so, they screamed and screamed until they finally stopped. Subject expired. Nova team, note that we need a new scientific lead. What happened to Adley? Oh, Lindsay's been retired. Yep, no worries. Hey, you, get a cleanup crew to wipe this shit up. End log. Wow, what a dick. Dark entities. Very little is known about these dark entities. They were first spotted briefly in the underground cave system of Earth 2. So far, they've only been observing others. However, they don't seem to like being observed themselves. In fact, electronic equipment doesn't seem to be able to capture them at all. Included is a sketch based on eyewitness accounts to help illustrate what they look like. While they don't seem to be hazardous, they have occasionally been seen instantly eviscerating both human and demon kind alike when provoked. It is not recommended to engage them in any way. The UAC recommends keeping as far away as possible. UAC is not liable for deaths resulting from dark entities. It is speculated that dark teeth may be related, hence the use of dark in both code names. See teeth logs for more info. Missions. Alright. E1M1, reception. Codename, engage. Your mission is to enter the Infernal machine via the reception area. You have been given the last armor stocked for protection from the acidic rain. It's not much, but it's what we have. Note that we have lost contact with all previously sent troops. Try and track them down as you infiltrate the base. If you come across any unwanted engagement, don't hesitate to respond with force. E1M2, refinery. Codename, Venom. Finally inside Omega, you have lost connection with command. Unfortunately, this facility's takeover has resulted in many areas being harder to reach. In order to continue forward, you'll have to work your way through the facility's refinery. However, it seems that the refinery has been poisoned into excruciating toxic sludge. Excuse me. Just like a snake injecting venom into its prey's bloodstream. E1M3, storage. Codename, containment. After making your way out of the refinery, you're back on track, entering the storage area. While most of the UAC crates have remained untouched, you can hear the possessed and demons lurking behind every corner. Time to pick up your newly acquired chain gun and hole punch your way through the containment area. E1MX, caverns. Codename, teeth. It makes sense that the storage area would be right next to the underground caverns, as they used to be used as a trade route. You were never told the reason why the route was closed before the fall of Omega. However, you did hear some superiors say something about it being dark and something about teeth. What awaits you down these tunnels? E1M4, sewers. Codename, concrete. Oh great, you can just hear your civvy friend back home laughing at you now. Civvy friend, nice. Sewers. Count 1,000 something. Why did it have to be sewers? You should really keep a counter for these. I swear this is like the 11th time. God damn it. Luckily, if you keep to the concrete, you won't get your uniform any more dirty than the demon blood has already made it. E1M5, outpost. Codename, siege. Climbing out of the muck, you find yourself at the entrance to the innermost part of the facility. The outpost seems heavily infested with even more demons than before. Looks like this is a good time to try out that rocket launcher you found lying around. Time to siege the gates of hell and make some noise. E1M8, codename Malignant, not Malignment. You've made it to the UAC testing labs, the same place where renowned Lindsay Adley met her tragic end due to a negligent coworker. I think the name was Hutchinson something. The UAC had a field day with that one, with it hitting the news for weeks. Anyway, I think it's about time I did my own research into cutting out this malignant demonic tumor. E1M7, Simulation, codename Aner, or Mainframe. That's weird. I'm not sure how I got here. Last time I remember I was trying to hack into the mainframe back in testing labs, and now I don't really feel like myself. Something doesn't feel right here. It's like there's some kind of data corruption, digital massacre, and the rain's purple. E1M8, Reactor, codename Killswitch. You managed to break out of the simulation, destroying the mainframe in the process. That mainframe's one crafty bitch trying to trap you within her virtual world. But you've been through to the center reactor. This is where it all ends. Only one of you is getting out alive. Can you reach the kill switch before the mastermind deploys her cyber demon army? Bestiary. Possessed. The possessed are humans that have been brainwashed to serve the demons. It'd be more accurate to call them former humans, as the human parts of their brains seems to have been carved out, meaning they are now just husks. They still seem to retain some functions, as they can still feel pain and carry a gun. Almost like a stereotypical zombie, their flesh has started to decay with their behaviors becoming more animal-like. The possessed tend to carry rifles or shotgun, as was the standard issue for UAC military details. Note that the rifles are DNA encoded, so you won't be able to use their rifles as weapons. However, you can extract the bullets from their magazine for other use, or find a shotgun to use instead. Imp. Imp is the codename given to a former human, possessed, who has completed their transformation process. At first, their human flesh starts to decay until a newer, tougher, leathery, fireproof skin and spikes protrude out, tearing the old skin off. Pleasant. It is unclear how this transformation works in detail, but given their human-like figure and direct observation of the transformation, we know that imps are not native to the Hell Dimension. We suspect that some demon may inject humans with a sort of virus that begins the transmission. Due to their hands transforming into claws, imps are now unable to hold or use any firearms. Even if they could, with their transformation, their DNA would have changed significantly, meaning they couldn't use some weapons anyway. However, with their new body, they are able to produce heated plasma from their fingertips. We have been informed through our dissection analysis that this is due to a new gland that is formed during the transformation that produces plasma. It is then discharged through some openings in the fingertips where it can be heated up and thrown at its prey. Yeah, so you know how it mentioned in the Possessed article that they could feel pain? Yeah, just let that simmer for a few seconds. Demon. Demons are the lowest tier of the demon hierarchy, and the first hell-dimensional being the UAC discovered. Therefore, that's how its name came to be. While being the lowest tier of demonkind, it still ranks higher than the human-based possessed and imps, for being native to the hell dimension itself. Demons are known for being scouts, and usually the first to be sent through dimensional portals. They are very fast and will devour any human they come across. However, demons are of low intelligence, and if they are hit by a projectile from one of the other demons, they will go after them in a fit of rage. A couple well-placed shotgun shots are enough to put down one of these ravenous beasts down. Spectre. Spectres are YouTubers who play Doom poorly. No, anyway. Spectres are the result of a UAC accident. During the invasion of Outpost Theta, UAC scientists attempted to close the portal to put a stop to the invasion. Just as a few dozen demon scouts made it through, the portal was successfully shut off. However, this resulted in a new variant of the demon. Since the dimensional portal was closed as the demons were entering through, these demons ended up getting caught between dimensions. The result is what we codename the Spectre, a demon that is constantly fluctuating between the Hell Dimension and our own. This means that they have an almost invisible appearance, as they can never seem to take full shape in either dimension. However, this does not make them any less dangerous. They are just as bloodthirsty as their brethren, but harder to see. Luckily, this doesn't affect how much ammunition it takes to put them down. Cacodemon. The Cacodemon is a fascinating creature. It'd be more accurate to say it's more of a lightning demon. Its shape is of a circular mass, with the center of the mass hosting a hollow cavity housing a core of electricity. The Cacodemon is able to use this electric current to not only shoot balls of lightning, but also to project itself into the air. Due to its light mass, it alters the electrons around itself to repel it from the planet's gravitational pull. The demon hierarchy is based solely on the strength of the demon, and so cacodemons can be considered mid-tier between demons and hellbarons. It is unclear whether this is because of its ability to fly or due to its power over electrical currents. They require quite a few shotgun blasts or 2 well-placed rockets to fully go down. But you don't explain the 2 holes. Lost Soul. The demons codenamed Lost Souls are an interesting case. They were first thought to have been previous human souls extracted from humans, taken into the Hell Dimension, but it's possible that the souls that inhabit these beings may not be human after all. This is most evident as the skull itself seems too large to be a regular human's. Due to the soul disappearing after death, it has been difficult to research them thoroughly. Regardless of the soul's origin, the soul itself seems to have been tortured for thousands of years. So much so that it has forgotten all reason and is essentially a fiery ball of hatred. Lost souls are full of so much hate that they will fight back whatever has aggravated them, whether it be a demon or even another lost soul. It is unclear where they stand in the demon hierarchy, but due to their low durability and origin, we can infer that the demons are just using them as enemy-converted fodder. Hellbaron. Given the title, we have observed that Hellbarons are quite high in the demon hierarchy. We suspect that even more higher beings reside in the Hell Dimension itself, and since Barons actually got sent into our dimension, they must be subservient to these higher beings. Still, these creatures are very powerful and will kill most lower-tier demonkind with ease if provoked. They could be seen akin to military generals, as they are not too common and are only seen in places where the demons feel order must be kept. They vaguely resemble an 8-foot-tall human, but with reddish-pink skin, ungoligrade-type legs with hooves, and a head shaped like a goat's. They are bipedal and have been referred to as being tough as a dump truck. Similar to the imp, they are able to produce a sort of plasma, but with far more potent toxicity. These tanks will take quite a beating to go down, so make sure you have an ample supply of rockets. These are also known as doors with hit points, or walls with hit points. Cyberdemon. The Cyberdemon is a new demon created by the Mastermind using the Infernal machine. It is an amalgamation of demon flesh with technology and is an imminent threat to all humanity. It is unclear what the original base of this demon is, but we assume it's the type that is higher up than the Hellbaron in the demon hierarchy. At first glance, the Cyberdemon has a lot in common with the Baron, despite the size difference. Both have ungoligrade legs with hooves and a goat-like head. However, the Cyberdemon is massive, at 12 feet tall, and is technologically equipped with a rocket launcher. It seems that the Mastermind wanted to use humanity's own tools of destruction against us. These monsters will take quite a beating to go down, so you better pray that you can get some other demons to whittle their strength down. Once the Infernal machine is destroyed, the hope is that Cyberdemons will be no more, although it's possible that a few stragglers may have found their way outside the machine. Spider Demon. The Spider Demon is another new demon created from the Infernal machine. It is actually unclear whether it should be considered an actual demon, since its mental capacity is quite limited, despite its big brain. The Spider Demon should be seen as more like an organic drone controlled by the Mother Mastermind. Its actual intelligence is so low that it basically only knows how to walk and shoot. Well, I mean, that's basically me, so am I a Spider Demon? The creature was created in the Mastermind's image, but the part where the brain is supposed to be is actually mostly just a mass of useless flesh. Oh, well, okay, that explains it. The result is that it ends up infighting other demons rather consistently. Don't let this fool you, though, as its chain gun has been modified to turn humans into Swiss cheese. The real cause for concern is that the mastermind mainly uses these spider demons as her own eyes and ears as a sort of surveillance system in order to see what's happening in different parts of the machine. Mastermind. The Mastermind is the first demon we've encountered with high intelligence. That's why she stood under a crusher for an extended period of time. She was able to take over one of our overrun bases and transform it into her own infernal machine. We find this very troubling as we don't yet know what the Mastermind's main intention actually is. We've seen that she's created new technological hybrids of demons, but who knows what she'll do next. Addendum. It has been confirmed that the Mastermind and the Infernal Machine have now been destroyed. Our sources tell us that the Mastermind was actually preparing to release an army of cyber demons out of the machine just before our own hit the self-destruct and blew up both the facility and the Mastermind. While the cyber demons that were released previously are still around, there's only a limited number of them. Tox Imp. The Tox Imp is a mutated variant of the transformed Imp. The mutation seems to occur when a normal imp is exposed to the green sludge substance that had been procured in the refinery of the Infernal Machine. As a result, the imp has been tainted green, evolved to be more dangerous. Tox imps now move at a ferocious speed and are now able to produce a more powerful toxic variant of the plasma. This plasma shares many similarities with the plasma discharged from Hell Barons, and so the UAC has concluded that toxic sludge must be commonplace over in the Hell Dimension. While not as strong as a Baron, Tox Imps are aggressive and far more of a danger than their Imp brethren. Don't let your guard down around these contaminated demons. Weapons. Fists. When all else fails, or you run out of ammo, remember that you always have your fists. While they aren't typically too effective against demons, they can be used to startle an enemy back, giving you room to run past and scrape up some much-needed ammo. The fists can also be very useful when using a Berserk Pack to temporarily increase your strength. See Berserk Pack for more info. Pistol. After being forced to use the teleport prototype, packing firearms was off the table. Fortunately, while entering the reception area, you found an old pistol with some magazines. While this pea shooter isn't the best weapon to use against the demons, it's better than nothing and can hold you over until you find another, more useful weapon. Just remember that you can only extract bullet ammo from the rifles used by former humans, as they are DNA encoded. Shotgun. Only the most important UAC security detail were authorized to carry a shotgun. Lucky for you, the UAC didn't have enough time to DNA encode these old-fashioned pump actions. The shotgun may well be your most useful weapon against the demons. It's good for groups and one-shotting infected humans. Just make sure you don't get caught running out of shells in the middle of a skirmish. Not that I've ever done that. Chain gun. You ended up finding a high-powered Gatling chain gun near the storage area in Omega Outpost. Chain guns are not standard issue, and so you're not likely to find them being used by any of the UAC employees that work there. The chain gun must have been in the storage as a trophy weapon or something, as its build quality is quite poor. Regardless, the chain gun is an invaluable weapon to use against the demons and is better than your pistol. Its high rate of fire makes it great for dealing with crowds of former humans or dealing with larger demons when you have a surplus of bullets. Rocket launcher. You're not exactly sure how this type of weapon was allowed in the facility at all, but you've got no complaints. This rocket launcher is a prototype of some kind, hence its strange design. As a result, you're able to fire rockets at an incredible speed without much recoil or overheating. The rocket launcher is the ideal tool to use for handling Hell Barons and larger demons, at a distance, of course. Dark Teeth weapon. Hidden deep in the caverns lies a mysterious black mass of spikes. At the danger of being overrun by demons, you are forced to touch the object, and it spiked into your arm, becoming a part of you. Unless you pistol start. In a mad rush, you slammed as many bullets into the object as possible, and somehow fired the weapon at the demons, eviscerating all in its path. The Dark Teeth weapon seems to only accept bullets and smaller objects as ammunition, around 20 bullets to be exact. Firing a shot both has piercing and collateral damage. It's best used against weaker enemies in a group or line. The weapon can also be used against large enemies, such as the Hell Baron, as it is, in fact, stronger than the rocket launcher. able to kill them in only 2 shots instead of 5 rockets. Just remember, the only downside of this weapon is its large ammo cost and the high precision that's required to use it. Items. Berserk Pack. In 2074, the UAC invented a strength enhancer drug known as Berserk. Unlike something like steroids, Berserk has very little side effects and was deemed safe to use in small doses. Berserk was mostly used by blue-collar workers to make it easier for them to transport storage boxes. After all, having extreme strength meant the workers could carry anything, no matter how heavy the materials were. For you, Berserk has a different purpose. Sometimes you may have little ammo and could happen to come across a Berserk pack. Due to its strength enhancements and restoration capabilities, you can use the Berserk to punch weaker demons into giblets while feeling your best. Smiley face. Always keep your eyes out for that red cross on a dark package, as Berserk could mean the difference between life and death. In the early days of... Hazard Suit. In the early days of UAC, the company was plagued by accidents of employees falling into hazardous substances. In 2069, nice, the international governments confronted the UAC on these accidents and mandated that they had to find a way to reduce the deaths. The following year, the UAC came up with a solution, the Hazard Suit, a special suit that would protect workers if they fell into hazardous substances for a limited time. Unfortunately, there didn't seem to be a way to create an indestructible suit, as the hazardous chemicals seemed to eat through anything given due time. But still, the hazard suit worked well enough that the accident rate at UAC facilities dropped by 40%. Make sure to make good use of these suits if you come across them. Computer Area Map. In 2080, the UAC came out with an area mapping device that would essentially map out the area as it saw it. This was invaluable for engineers, as UAC facilities were always being worked on, so having a device to automatically map out the surroundings was a major help. Still, this doesn't mean that the use of overall map layouts wasn't useful. Every once in a while, a computer area chip was created that contained the current map of a specified area. If you ever come across any of these computer area map chips, it'd be a good idea to pick them up so you can know exactly where you're going. The Vitality Potion. These spiritual elixirs, also known as Gatorade, just started appearing around UAC outposts one day, and no one knows why. After many tests, UAC scientists have determined that there is nothing harmful to drinking these elixirs. In fact, they seem to have a life force inside that can help rejuvenate your physical state. Ever since these elixirs started appearing, several black markets have emerged who have been selling the bottles for an exorbitant amount of credits. If you come across any in the base, it's worth collecting them, whether it be for restorative properties or for its monetary value. Armor plating. Ever since the demonic invasion, armor has been a hard commodity to find. That is to say that anytime you see a piece of armor lying around the place, it'd behoove you to pick it up. The only thing protecting you from the demons is your armor, so any amount of armor you find shouldn't be wasted. And the more helmets you could stack on that lovely little head of yours, the better. Soul Sphere. This is the first of the artifacts the UAC created, codenamed the Soul Sphere. By studying the spiritual properties of the Vitality Potions, the UAC got to work on synthesizing a much more potent version. The result is a sphere that, when ingested, increases your vitality twofold. It is unclear how the sphere was created and what ingredients were used, but it's been a successful product for the UAC. A common use for the Soul Sphere is to use it right before procreation. The UAC is currently being investigated to see how the Soul Sphere is made and to make sure it's truly safe for public consumption. And, kind of makes me concerned with, what happens if you use the Soul Sphere before fucking. Well, hey, whatever. I mean, at least it would lead to a fun night, right? Anyway. Oh, you renamed it. Fancy. Alter-dimensional sphere. Well, I guess it makes sense given the Spectre lore here. The alter-dimensional sphere is a prototype artifact created by the UAC from research gained after dissecting the corpse of a dimension-shifting Spectre. Yep, there we go. As a result, the UAC has been able to create an artifact that allows the user to temporarily exist between two dimensions, just as a Spectre would. Little is known as to why this was developed, but it could prove very useful for you. any gun-wielding demon would have a bit of trouble getting a clear shot of you with the sphere active. Yeah, okay. Hades Sphere. The Hades Sphere is an experimental prototype UAC artifact that very few people know about. The name Hades Sphere was chosen as a reference to the immortal Greek god Hades and his control over death and the underworld. Using the Hades Sphere allows the user to become invincible for a short time and cheat death. One of the reasons very little is known about this artifact is that the material required to construct it are extremely rare and scarce, not to mention the amount of time and money to produce such an artifact is nowhere near being profitable for the UAC. Still, if you come across such an object, make sure to use it wisely. And I do believe that covers it. Oh, baby. So that was Rust. That was the Codex. God damn, this was good. I mean, just between it kind of taking some 90s ideas and making them more better-er, to making a Doom 1 episode that doesn't really feel like a Doom 1 episode. And, I mean, it does, but it doesn't, because it never really felt... I don't know, the combat was nice and tight, and it never felt like Arsenic ever felt the need to just start spamming Barons and stuff like that, which, yeah, you know, I mean, Doom 1's Bestiary is pretty limited, so just saying that it was used well, I mean, yeah, it was used very well. Had some clever secrets, this clever little kind of like metagame. I don't know if I'd really call it an ARG, but definitely a lot of metagaming here. I don't know, that was fun. Yeah, this whole thing was an absolute blast. I'm really looking forward to episode 2 and kind of seeing where the whole story goes. And, yeah, I think that's it. I think this video's been slightly long enough. Only about 2 hours, just shy of it. But, yeah, I'm very glad I played it. Thank you, Arsenic, for creating this. And I'm glad I was an inspiration for you. Again, I mean, it was really crazy just kind of seeing that notification when I logged into Doom World just a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, good stuff all across the board. But anyway, that's all for now. I'm going to go ahead and give my voice a little bit of a rest. Maybe drink down some water, iced tea, something along those lines. But until next time, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have, hope what little remains of your weekend is great. And I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.